Today we're going to install the Inline Tube disc brake conversion kit for 67 to 74 General Motors F and X body vehicles. As you can see, I've got the entire kit laid out. It comes with backing plates, rotors, new spindles, caliper brackets, calipers, proportioning valve, all the bearings, seals, hardware, hoses, master cylinder, and a new brake booster. This is the vehicle we will be installing. It's a 1970 Cutlass. It still has the factory drum brakes. First thing to do is pull the dust cover, get the cotter pin out so we can remove the drum. I've already sprayed penetrating oil on all of the nuts so that we can remove the cotter pins and remove the nuts. So the first thing you're going to want to do once the cotter pins are removed, you're going to want to remove this nut so that you can pull the drum off to get to the brakes on the back. We'll also remove the cotter pin from the tie rod itself. This one seems to be pretty loose. Well, disconnect the tie rod. Usually they're not that easy. So at this point, we can now move the wheel around. This will allow us access to these. I've already pulled the cotter pins out of these as well. So now we'll loosen those up and get those out of the way. With the drum out of the way and with the hub removed, we can access these two bolts. These are for the steering arm the tie rod connects to. This will get reinstalled onto the new spindles that are supplied in the kit. You loosen these nuts on both sides and reuse the bolts. So at this point, we can start reassembly. We begin by putting the spindle on, and then attaching the castle nuts, torquing them to spec, and adding the cotter pins to keep them from unlocking. Now, I had to replace the ball joint. It actually came apart. Inspect all your components, replace what needs replaced. Now is the time to do it while you've got it all apart. We'll also be replacing the sway bar and links as well while we're in here. The upper bolt has some tabs in the backing plate. You fold these over. This keeps the bolt from backing out. Also, when you're going to fit the bearing, they say in the instructions to try the bearing. If it doesn't fit, then use emery cloth. We've found that the bearings never fit. So you'll have to use emery cloth around this surface that the bearing rides on until the bearing will slide onto the shaft. So from this point, now it's just basic disc brake replacement. All the specialized work is done. So we will grease the bearings, install the bearings in the grease seal, and then put the rotor on the car. I always use a plastic bag to work the grease into the bearing. Keeps my hands clean. You can get the grease, force it through all the rollers. It does a pretty good job. So now we'll go ahead and install the front rotor and install the front bearing. step will be installing the preloaded caliper. They're brand new parts and they include the pads. Always make sure that your bleeder is facing up so that the air can escape when you're bleeding the brakes. It has to be up. If it's facing down, you'll never be able to bleed the brakes properly. Tighten down the caliper. Everything else is done, attach the new master cylinder and lines, and bleed out the brakes.